What's going on, everyone? So stoked about the install that I have coming your way. Here is the OLM third brake light F1 V2 that I'll be installing. I got the clear frame with the red light bar and then a black base. I'm about to go to the garage right now and I've been so excited to install this.
There's Cliff. He doesn't even know what's coming. He doesn't even know how incredible his back end is about to get right now. Impression on the packaging, it's really nice. Comes with this bubble foam and it goes all the way around, tucked in here to make sure this guy is safe, so thumbs up.
Got my OLM rear brake light from SubiSpeed, and thank goodness there's a harness. They advertise a harness, so you do get a plug and play harness that's going to attach right into this guy after I remove the side panel. And also, it comes with the wiring, some zip ties, your bolts, and then also the metal bracket that will go in place and then eventually hold it in. There are two components to this install. The first one is going to be accessing the wiring harness, the tail light behind this trim piece, and then feeding it through a grommet hole, kind of sitting right around this area. And then the second part is going to be popping out this factory plastic sort of clip placeholder thing, and then we're going to have to go underneath it and then access the light bracket that's going to hold it behind here, and then we're going to push this out this way, and we'll feed the light in through this way and we'll bolt it in the back. First things first, they recommend, in order to get really good access to the trim piece and also the grommet hole down here, I need to clear out all of this garbage in the back and remove this all-weather liner, and also remove this bottom piece right here. There are 3 pop clips holding in this trunk panel here, and you're gonna pull directly up after removing them. There's gonna be one right here, another one right here, and then your last one is gonna be down here. As for your side panel, there are 3 more pop clips you have to remove. There's going to be one right here. There's another one hidden, kind of tucked right here. And then the last one is going to be down here. You could take out all of the pop clips on this side, but I'm gonna try to get away with it with 3. All right, so removing only 3 of these clips absolutely gives you enough exposure to get back here, because what needs to happen is we're going to end up disconnecting this guy, plugging it into the plug and play harness, and then reattaching it after hooking up the brake light. So the pop clip that was holding this left trim piece in, sitting right into here, is a little bit different release than the other mechanism, so I just want to show you. So you just unbreak it like I almost did. You're gonna feed right in here. I fed this little flat part, and it's gonna open up, and that's essentially a release mechanism. There's no other piece. So you're just going to feed it, it's gonna release, you're gonna see separation, and you can get underneath this white one and pop it right out. So I managed to get this off, came off with just a little bit of pressure pulling up, just like this. I do recommend using one of these pop clip remover tools. I think I got one on Amazon, like $6. So I have a 2020 WRX Limited, and I don't know if this is with the newer models, but the previous videos had the grommet hole on this side, but clearly we have a wire that is attached to, I presume, our trunk release, and over here is our other grommet. I just pushed this guy through. It actually popped out a lot easier than I thought, and so you just kind of apply the firm pressure. It looks just like this guy, except not having this wire, and you just push it directly through. For those of you who have to access the grommet on the other side, on the passenger side, I just want to show that this wire does look like it's going to be long enough, so we're going to connect it up to here. I dropped it through the grommet, and then I ran it up here just to make sure we're okay with length, and sure enough, it looks like we're going to be just fine. So removing all that stuff from the trunk, that was the easy part. Now is the hard part. We're gonna have to get under here and then mess around with some more pop clips. So I chose to do this without my car elevated, which you absolutely can do. It'd be nicer if it was elevated, but I'll show you where some of these clips are. Here is one of the pop clips that you have to remove, and then here is the second. I didn't know what I was working with initially with these pop clips, but they are fat. Let me tell you what, these are huge. So I thought it was similar to the mechanism on the trunk lining, but it's not. There's nothing right here. There's no hidden plastic part. It's this massive piece right here that is that's connected to it and holding it in. So you're gonna get this guy pulled out, and then you can get separation underneath here, and then it comes right off.
So I ended up removing this clip over here, so that makes 3 and 4 total clips removed. Here's one on the closest side on the driver, and here's the farthest side. I think it allows for you to pull just a little bit more to get better access to this guy right there. So I'd remove 4 of them. With this placeholder, there's a couple little brackets underneath here that holds it in place. I just applied pressure underneath to unlock it, and then it kind of allowed a tilt like this, and then I popped the rest out. Here's the metal bracket that sits behind that plastic piece. There's a little hole there. We'll have an adapter, a little clip that goes into place, and then we'll slide over the metal bracket behind it. That kind of gives another anchor point for the brake light. You have this tiny adapter that you're attaching, putting on the outside, putting a screw through here, screw through here, screw through there as well, and then a pop clip goes on this side to secure it. Just note there are some grooves that this little clip fits into. This guy right here, there's no other hole that goes into, so it's just the top big one that goes over there. For these bolts, I'm going to be using a 1332. All right, so I've had one heck of a time trying to get this guy centered. It's definitely not as simple as just putting it in and then screwing in. You have to kind of play with the bolts in the back, and also you can see a wiggling here. So you kind of have to push it up on one side, whatever side is kind of low for you, and then screw those bolts in that way. So it takes a lot of back and forth. All right, something I discovered with this, I think what I'm gonna try to do is remove the current clip that's attached on the housing that holds the bracket and try to feed this in, because the screw kind of got in the way of this. So I did end up unscrewing this a little bit, just to allow me a little bit more room with this little accessory piece that you snap on. But I ended up pulling out this part right here a little bit and then feeding this brake light over, and that allowed for the fitment that we needed with this install. Here's the harness attached. This part from the harness is going to plug into your factory light plug, and then the harness is going to plug right into here, into where this part used to. And then here is your cable that you're going to connect from your third brake light. To keep it a little decluttered, I fed it through the grommet and then also ran it through one of these rings, which will end up zip tying right over there to keep all those pieces together. I'll take this trunk lid and then tuck everything so it'll be all kept away in case I need to use that guy.
I am obsessed with this light. It's so cool. It's one of those things that I think I've been dreaming about since getting into WRX, is installing one of these guys, and I'm so happy. I couldn't be happier.